Hey, have you ever not been able to get your work done? I know this feeling of trying really hard, but it never ends up with anything good. Last night I had a dream about me chatting and almost kissing with Daryl Dixon from The Walking Dead. Your girlie is a fan. And then I woke up and tried to continue this dream, but instead I dreamt about two seagulls singing a TikTok song. And after that, projectile pooping on me while I was trying to get home. What I was trying to say is, sometimes there are uncontrollable things. But what if you just constantly do your work wrong and don't do anything about it?
You know that feeling when you order Instacart and the shopper starts shopping and it's a man? Love that feeling. So on today's edition of I Had a Male Instacart Shopper, let me show you some replacements I got. I ordered a bag of Cuties clementines. I received one large orange. I ordered a 4-pack of yogurt, received one single yogurt. I ordered a large whipped cream cheese and received a small regular cream cheese. Guess what I ordered? It was for sure a pack of mini cucumbers.
If you're not familiar with Instacart, it's an American delivery company where you can choose some products from a shop and a delivery person will find and choose those products for you and deliver them. Thinking of how much energy it takes to do grocery shopping, I can understand that it's hard. But I would be so upset and furious if I paid for the order this woman got. You have to understand that male delivery shoppers are a whole phenomenon, because I don't get how it's possible to do something like this.
The male Instacart shoppers are never, ever beating the allegations. This was supposed to be ground beef.
I just don't get why would you do it. Okay, for example, you couldn't find ground beef, but then you just take beef or other ground meat. I know it might not meet your expectations, but at least it's a logical and a normal thing to do. I just need to know what kind of thinking this person had before delivering it. Like they wouldn't notice it? Or thank me is an edible thing. Sometimes they just go with associations.
Okay, this is what I wanted, okay? And this is what I got!
Oh, someone ordered blueberries. I don't know what the hell this is, but they're blue and round, so plums will do it. But you never know if it's gonna be a bag of black beetles the next time.
Rate the items my male Instacart drivers got me instead of my walking cane. I can't really leave my dorm for whatever, and the NYPD or Columbia lost it in the process of arresting me, so this was my only option.
Honestly, I know nothing about this service. I've never even been to a continent where it operates. But judging on what we've already seen, it's not gonna work out. A guy literally didn't know what blueberries are, and they're called blueberries. I guess there are many blue-colored berries, but still a cane is too much work.
The first Instacart driver brought me candy canes. They do have the word cane in them, and I didn't know they sold these outside of Christmas time, so that was kind of an interesting learning experience. 2 out of 10. The next substitution, this exact Ben & Jerry's ice cream. I do enjoy it, so I guess like 5 out of 10. I'm not really sure how it was supposed to serve the same purpose, but...
The first one was, at least it's a cane, just a different one. Then we got an ice cream. It's almost like a message from a shopper like, I'm sorry I didn't find it, but at least there is an ice cream. And then there is a tooth whitening pen. I really hope she got a refund because it makes 0 sense. I've heard you can actually talk to people working in a shop and ask them where you can find something. Or is it some kind of policy that all Instacart workers need to find items silently? And I think the main problem with that is that there is actually no way that a big shopping mall will be out of something as simple as ground beef. That means either they really need to find another job or explain why they are doing that.
Hiring these men to shop for groceries, because I cringe every time I know a man is shopping for me. Because even though my Sam's Club said they had the imitation crab leg, all my driver brought me back was this chamois butter and the seasoning. What am I supposed to do with this? So now I gotta go to Sam's Club myself to grab the imitation crab legs that were there all along. And I swear this happens every time. So please provide these men with some training or stop hiring them all together because they ain't qualified.
Honestly, can't agree more. I believe everyone working in the food segment has to be extra careful and trained. Like they're working with the most mean and angry people. Not talking about anyone in particular. All the problems I have when I'm hungry feel 10 times more severe. And people who don't get it and don't care about you definitely need to search for another job. They don't even care to put a little bit of effort. Just text a customer or ask an employee. It's not that hard. And sometimes it truly feels and looks like a total disrespect. Like picking a pack with molten tomatoes. Don't tell me he didn't notice it.
So a few weeks ago, I did a little Instacart order. The order had like 10 items on it. So as per usual, the delivery guy buzzes in when he arrives. He knocks on the door. By the time I get there, he's gone. I pick up the 2 bags and I'm really not paying attention as I walk towards my kitchen. Now these bags weren't tied up or anything. So I put the 2 bags on the counter and this is what I see when I look down. The chicken breast that I had ordered was brought to me like this. Just fully spread out all over the other groceries.
I have so many questions. I feel like he straight opened the package, took a couple pieces, and what's left went straight to the back. Like it's not even funny. I would have been so shocked seeing this. And like why it's always men shoppers. And even all over the comments you can find people who have experienced something similar. There was a period of time where multiple different IC drivers would replace anything they couldn't find in my basket with lemon bread. My beef roast was ripped open and had gravel on it. So he dropped it and just left it on the porch. I ordered dog food food and was sent 24 rolls of paper towels. Once, instead of ham hearts, I got a case of 2,000 cans of tomato paste. I ordered like 5 items once and 1 jar of Nutella. Why this man brought me like 30 jars of Nutella? Just a note, focusing on a quantity instead of a quality is not always the best strategy. I know it from my own experience. You guys, my subscribers, are the best quality. I would never substitute you for 30 jars of Nutella, and I really love Nutella. Yet, quantity is important too, so please like, comment, and subscribe. We need more great people. I was thinking, maybe it's just a weird service. But then everyone who feels it says that it mostly applies to male shoppers. And disclaimer, I know that there are men who are good with this kind of work. But this problem with men not being able to do simple house chores is also very common within couples and their usual life outside the job. My husband told me he mops the floor every Wednesday. I mean, yes, it's funny, but how's that possible? I don't think I could grow mushrooms like that on purpose. It's a talent. And I hope in this family it wasn't a big deal. But in a lot of cases, those responsibilities are shifted to the wife or the girlfriend.
This is for next time you're crying to yourself because you live alone. This was all left out by your husband because he literally doesn't give a about you. He doesn't put anything back, and he does not pick up after the kids or make the kids pick up after themselves. He expects that you're going to do it for him.
Have you ever thought how this behavior is actually considered to be a normal thing? It's rare when people say we split the chores. Most likely a man would say, oh yeah, I help my wife around the house. But then it's not a partnership. I feel like this woman is literally a single mom. Not only her husband doesn't help, he also aggravates the situation. And what's more, they don't even try to understand it. When your husband wants attention but isn't helping with cleaning the house. I think most of you have heard the typical complaint from a typical husband. You're never in the mood. You always find excuses. Yeah, because your wife is probably tired and angry at you. She has to do all the job and babysitting you. And with those words, I have to tell you the sad truth. Sadly, a lot of men are raised that way. They're not gonna search for a wife, but for a woman who will look after them. Like a second mom. And all of that is hidden under traditional values and a picture of a traditional woman. 5 ways to submit to your husband. Let him take the lead. Don't criticize or nag him. Value his input and yield to his desires. Listen intently to his thoughts. Speak well of him to others. The whole system of traditional values is structured that way that women can't speak up for themselves. This results in all of the burden being placed on them. And guess what? It leads to some men being unable to take care of themselves. By this, I don't necessarily mean that all men oppress women. No, maybe they just didn't see any other example growing up. Perhaps their moms did everything for them and they didn't have a chance to learn how to wash their clothes or how to mop the floor. I believe this is not only a problem for women who are overloaded with tasks around the house, but also gender roles that left men with little to no competence in housekeeping.
In a relationship, a woman should serve her man. Modern society have played a trick on women, convincing them that to serve their partner is oppressive. But that's not the case. If you can't be of service to your man, then you're with the wrong man.
Oh, so that means that a woman who had a breakdown because her husband always leaves a mess is just with the wrong husband. A man she has children with and loves. The problem is not in finding a person for whom you wouldn't mind wiping their butt. It's to find a person who wouldn't demand it from you. Who wouldn't demand to do all the job and babysit them.
Because if he's a man that treats you right, seeks to be a positive force in your life, who desires to provide, protect, and lead you towards stability, security, and elevation, then being of service to him would be an honor for you. And why wouldn't you want to serve his masculine needs?
Didn't know that there are some masculine needs. This is the funniest thing I've heard in a long time. My masculine needs is to have a second mom whenever my first one is not around and no one is there to feed me. Don't you think being masculine is being able to do things on your own? If you try making a picture of that strong man, you definitely don't need a nanny who will pick up dirty socks for you. You do it not because it's a masculine thing, but because it's convenient. I can tell you a secret. A lot of people don't like cleaning but would like to live in a clean environment. And that doesn't depend on gender.
Sorry.
Don't be sorry, you're always sorry.
You mad?
Yes, because I have to come home and also pick up to then go cook. And then go take kids' bath and like that. Like, come on now.
I'll pick up. It's okay.
I don't need you to pick up.
Unfortunately, it is a reality for a lot of couples around the world. And imagine this happening every day, all the time. You need to understand that it's such a big emotional struggle. You have to carry the weight of all the chores. And then on top of that, you have to argue with your husband who doesn't even understand why you're mad. I think all of us get it that it's a big issue and a lot of men simply can't control it. And as I said, a lot of them are raised like that and don't even have another experience. And if you want to have a normal relationship and what's more important, being able to serve yourself, well, it's time to change. In fact, we're we're so used to that picture where men do absolutely nothing around the house that women find it sexy when men clean the house. When you catch your man cleaning the house, one of the sexiest thing a man can do is help him with house chores without being asked. I don't think it's weird that women feel attracted to that. Being able to do everything by yourself and caring for the environment where your family lives sounds like a thing every alpha male claims to do. So every man filming a podcast where they say women want to date you only when you earn millions of dollars. Well, maybe it's the only way they can live with someone who they need to babysit. I don't even want to spread any hate on people right now. I just think it's time to learn, time to care for yourself. There are so many supportive creators who will take you into the journey of learning how to do it. So you're not alone. Cleaning tips for men.
Here are a few tips for cleaning your apartment that every guy should know. Firstly, wash your seats once a week to remove the buildup of dead skin and body oils. Clean your dishes right away to prevent them from piling up and gaining interest.
There are some basic cleaning tips and they are very useful. So please don't be afraid of not knowing something. It's worse not even attempting to do something by yourself. Sheets once a week is crazy. It's actually the standard. Funny thing, I'm trying to understand if this person meant once a week is too rare or too often, and I'm afraid I don't have an answer. Either way, just change those sheets before they turn yellow. Another thing we can do to change the situation is start teaching the kids that it's important to clean the house for everyone, for girls and the boys. If you like cleaning or not, it's not the thought I wanted to share with you. It's about forgetting those strange gender roles around the house. I know that a lot of people think that all traditions are great, just because it was in the past. But earlier, people were making surgeries on babies without anesthesia because they believed they didn't feel pain. So it's time to change and build our relationship as partners, not some servants and money makers. And please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. I'm a small creator and it is really important for me. Bye!